Hey y'all, thanks for stopping by. So, on the 13th of July, 2024, there was a rally in Pennsylvania where the former President Donald Trump was speaking. He loves to hold these events when he's campaigning for office. They tend to have a large crowd draw. And this rally of his went an unexpected way. I wouldn't call it unthinkable. I've been expecting something like this since 2008, since former President Obama was in office. Probably the first time in your life this has happened, where someone attempted to take the life of a former or sitting president. And the news surrounding this is, it's still ongoing. This is an open investigation. There's been a lot of, I would say, needless speculation about the events that went down. News is coming out very slowly, and by all accounts, this is the only 20-year-old with no social media footprint. The shooter, who we now know is named Thomas Matthew Crooks, hardly had any social media presence. All we know about the guy is that he was a registered Republican, that he donated to Act Blue on the date of Joe Biden's inauguration, which he was 17 for. People are going to complain, oh, well, that's illegal. You can't really do that. I don't care about that, if I'm honest. That, to me, is a bet that he made with a friend while he was in school about who was going to win. The date of the inauguration being the date of the donation is kind of telling for me. But I digress. We know he was registered Republican. We know he donated to Act Blue. We know he bought the ammo the day of the shooting. And we know he used his father's gun. We also know that he was a regular at a gun range, to the point that his father, upon realizing that his son was not home, assumed he was at the gun range. All that, frankly, doesn't really matter as far as drawing a motive to why he did what he did. There's nothing that we have in front of us that's concrete that says, reasoning behind that. That's not to say there isn't speculation that can be drawn, but that sort of stuff can lead you down paths that I don't think are very constructive for you. It leads to a sort of animosity towards journalists in the way that news is presented. I saw someone, a gun tuber, he goes by Brandon Herrera. I call him Escape from LA if the LA was Louisiana. But he was complaining about headlines as it was a breaking news story. The moments after, the moments during Trump being escorted off stage, everybody was covering it. Loud sounds ring out at Trump rally. Trump escorted off stage after falling. Secret Service rushed Trump to take him off stage. Headlines like that. And he commented on this saying that, journalists aren't people. Can't believe they would report it like this. We all know what really happened. And that's the problem. In the moment, no, you didn't. You were speculating that it was gunshots. All we know that it was loud sounds and that Trump was escorted off stage. That's called breaking news. Yes, it was revealed that it was a shooter. Yes, it was revealed Trump was hit in the ear, that two people in the crowd were hit, that one person lost their life. All of this was revealed after the fact. That's when they start updating their headlines. That's when they start giving you the news as it's uncovered. That's how journalism is supposed to work. When you start speculating and getting conspiratorial, admittedly, there are going to be some times where you're right. There's going to be a lot more times where you're wrong. And I don't think it's a good idea to believe somebody who's batting 5% just because those 5% were really good guesses. It's good to wait for the truth to come out. And as it stands, we don't really know what happened there. There's a lot of confusion. There's no manifesto, which we usually have with guys like these. Some people are speculating that this was they call it suicide by cop. Some of the searches that Thomas did in his last moments were for when Trump was speaking and also when Biden was speaking. He was looking for events for both of them and then chose Trump because it was going to be closer to him. This leads me to, I can understand that conspiracy, that speculation. Personally, I looked at this as sort of someone who was disillusioned by the Republican Party. I think that it might have had something to do with the documents revealed in Florida regarding Jeffrey Epstein and his dealings with Donald Trump, where we have now confirmed, witness testimony regarding Donald Trump's involvement with Jeffrey Epstein and the things that went down on those planes and on those islands that may have led someone to be a little bit disillusioned with the current Republican Party messaging. And you tell people that they have to put down their local groomers and pedophiles, and now all of a sudden you have one that's about to lead the party that you're registered for. I could see somebody getting disillusioned about that, but that is speculation. We don't know that for sure. All we know is that this was a 20-year-old who shot at the president and was put down. Until we get more information, you have to wait. You can't jump to conclusions. You can't lead into speculation because that's going to bite you in ways that you don't want it to. If you're fine with admitting you're wrong, sure. But I wouldn't put anything down on paper that you don't know for sure about. Unless you're willing to tell everybody that this is speculation, that you're guessing, however you want to put it. I don't care. But the facts are still coming out. This is an ongoing investigation. And I guess until we get more news, y'all just try to have a good day.